Hey everyone, this is Debbie. It is Wednesday training. I actually ended up having to pre-record this training because I ended up being unavailable on our live Wednesday. So today I am talking to you about Facebook do's and don'ts. I'm going to give you kind of basic policies to follow when you are deciding what to post and how to post on Facebook. You know, Facebook can be an amazing way to connect and grow your personal and business, but it can also be a hindrance. So you also need to figure out a way to make the two mesh so they can both benefit you. And, so you can do that through learning to pay attention to what you're doing and doing things intentionally. The purpose of Facebook really is to build and foster relationships. That is what Facebook started from, a social network. So Facebook will always fight to keep you building relationships. That's why they say if you go in there and post certain things, it's not going to go to many people because they want to see the relationship portion of it. So it's going to do everything it can to promote those posts and stuff or comments that show them that you are building relationships and not trying to use it for your business. So in order to do that, you need to do things right. So let's talk about some of the things that are good to do. Number one would be something to think about is discovering and developing your own brand. Who are you through Facebook? What do you like to post? What represents you? There's people talk about the 5 pillars, meaning picking 5 things that you typically post about. So putting them in categories. So for example, for me, I post on my family. I post on the Arthritis Foundation quite a bit. Exercise, my dog. I like to do kind of funnier posts on certain things. Some are serious, but and a little bit of humor, making fun of myself typically. Some people like to do fashion or eating or sports, shopping, travel, whatever it is, pick 5 things that represent you. So all of your posts would then be about those 5 things. You can always add other things in, of course. So for example, you pick the ones that describe you. So let's say, your first post is something about your family. The next one is maybe something about your dog. The next one is something about eating. Your next one is something about fashion. Your next one might be a Color Street post. So of your posts, you don't want to be, I'm getting ahead of myself with the don'ts, but you don't want to do everything Color Street. So if you have 5 pillars that you're looking at, your 5th one would be Color Street. Then you're back to the other ones again. Then you're back to family, exercising, fashion, traveling, and then Color Street again. So you don't want to be Color Street, Color Street, Color Street, Color Street. So if you have your 5 pillars and work is one of your 5 pillars, then that 5th one could be something about work. Then you, along with that, when you are picking these, I guess, let me backtrack. You want to pick things that describe you, you guys. Think about what you like. Because when you think about things that you like, you're going to attract people who like the same things, right? So if you love posting pictures of food, you're going to attract people who want to look at that. Those are going to be the people who are going in there and making comments, and then you're going to be building that relationship. And then maybe you're going to see them posting pictures like that, and you're going to comment on theirs. You're attracting people who have the same interests, therefore you're building that relationship. And then you can go in and be going back and forth between the two of you when you find that common interest. They're going to watch your posts because they find them interesting because that's what they like as well. Sorry, I have a very scratchy throat today. I've had a lot of company and constant talking is a little wearing on my throat. So, like I said, your 5 things, make sure that, you're picking your 5 topics. You're not doing Color Street every topic, but one in maybe every 5 posts you're doing could be about Color Street. All right, something else that's kind of fun to do, and I started it and I never followed through on it, and I really need to get back to it because I did get a ton of comments on it, is picking a mascot, something that's going to show up in your post. Maybe could be something like a watermelon, could be a dog. I know there was one gal on my team at one point, she had a little tiny little dog, so she would always make posts with her dog. People will start to look for those posts, and they'll find humor in those posts. I picked a mannequin from my CPR, and I did a couple times. I need to go back to it because it actually was quite humorous. And, I could add that mannequin into my post occasionally and I could wrap it into any one of my 5 pillars, but the mannequin may be taking part in that. So if there's something, whether it be an animal or a food item, whatever it is, Mascots can get good engagement of people commenting. Sorry. So some things to think about so you don't annoy people when you are making your Facebook posts. You want to type things as yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. All right. That's why, like for me, I just go and make fun of myself because that's who I am. I can laugh about myself because if you can't laugh about yourself, then, you're just going to spend a lot of time being frustrated with yourself. So I'm better off laughing at myself when I do something silly. So type as you would talking to friends or sharing a story. I guess unless you have vulgar language, you probably wouldn't do it that way. How can your post add value to others? Every post isn't going to add value because maybe it's just a real quick sentence. But when you post something, think about how you could add value to somebody else's life. If it's a more serious post and you're causing people to think about your life, a lot of times that causes them to look introspectively at themselves as well. So that could definitely add value to them, or people find that common ground when you do something relatable. Celebrate your posts that don't get liked. I will honestly tell you, it doesn't matter when I post Color Street stuff, I typically will get very few likes or comments if I do any type of Color Street post on my personal page. If it's something like a trip that I earned, that's a little different. But if I'm just putting an Alfie out there or just saying, bringing up the business or something, I get very few likes. Compared to my other posts, I typically get tons of likes and comments. So it just is what it is. They just don't comment on my work ones. Different on my business page and in my VIP page, but on my personal page, it just doesn't get the same interaction. But you know what? That's all right. You celebrate your posts that don't get liked, and you can't get upset by them. And the next thing is connecting with your audience. Again, you want to be real. If you're always giving everything that's happy and perfect, we see enough of that, right? Tell the days when it's not so perfect. I still need to go in and make a comment about how, guess what, on Saturday, in the middle of my son's graduation party, not even the middle yet, it was a torrential downpour. I had, 140 people soaking wet in my family room. And it is what it is. You see all the perfect pictures of everybody's graduation parties. Well, actually, mine was pretty darn perfect for the situation. All you could do is laugh. But I need to go and post that too, because I guarantee I have the post ready I have thought out what I want to put. There's going to be people who can connect to my post. So when you post those things, the mistakes, people love that. Those are the ones you're going to get people to comment on. Be real, be raw. That's what's fun about Facebook. Be intentional. Know what you are going to do. Don't just go out there willy-nilly and make a post. Think about it. What could I do to connect with my friends today? What would make somebody feel good? How can I be relatable? Be intentional when you post things. Some people post up to 2 to 3 times a day. They go in quite a bit. You can schedule your posts to make it easier on yourself so you're not going in there constantly trying to do it. With that said, you can even do them ahead of time. If you're having a good hair day and you want to record a bunch of or take a bunch of pictures and pretend you're doing different things, hey, more power to you. And then you can know what those posts are. And then you go in there and you schedule them. Maybe you love food posts, so maybe you have some great ideas for food. You keep changing your outfit. You have your hair done. You go around, take some different food pictures. Boom, you got 3 posts. You schedule them for whatever day you do food. And there you go. So no one's going to know any different. Again, you're not being fake. It's not like you're saying, eating this watermelon right now. You might just be making that random post of, how to cut a watermelon. We tried to teach my son the other day with Cutco knives. There's a special way you can cut a watermelon in like a minute and a half or something. That would have been a great post, if I did food posts, but I don't typically do food posts. So, no big deal if you record that ahead and show it 2 weeks later. Limit the amount of times you say Color Street. So again, like 1 in every 5 posts, or maybe you're going to wrap it into something else you're talking about. It might be, you're talking about your vacation. Go, I'm so excited. I got, with my job, I can sneak away. So I was able to go up to Mackinac Island for the weekend. Something like that. You can roll it in and you're just kind of mentioning it in there instead of like a straight up, hey, guess what? I'm selling Color Street. You know, these are the nails I have for sale today. So don't just make the straight up Color Street posts all the time. Building relationships. Again, this is key, you guys. How do you do that? You comment on other people's posts. Ask questions. That's what Facebook wants to see. They want to see people going back and forth in the comments. So if somebody comments, let's say, try, and it doesn't always work. I don't always have the perfect question asked, but I try to end it with a question. So let's say somebody posts an Alfie in my VIP page. I try to respond with, oh my gosh, that's so cute. You know, do you have something special coming up? Or, wow, I hope you know, did you get to wear those on your birthday if you knew it was their birthday? Ask them a question so they engage back. Facebook notices that, you guys, and it's more likely to keep going and to get to more people. So ask questions. When people comment on your post, don't just give likes, you guys. You've got to go back and you got to comment. I know, let me tell you, if I do a post and I tag my husband and we get double friends in there, yeah, I can have tons and tons of comments in there. But I go through, I mean, there's one time I can't even remember what the post was. And finally, I just made a post and I said, I am so sorry. I've tried so hard to comment on all these. You guys, thank you so much. I completely appreciate your support. But it's been super overwhelming trying to get to everybody because it was, I can't even remember, several hundred. It just got to be crazy. But for the most part, I try to keep up with it as they're commenting. So comment back, don't just like. You know, it's different if they just give a quick like, you know, thank you or something like that. But if it's, oh, you look so cute, or oh my gosh, I love that, give them a thank you instead of just the thumbs up. Be willing to put yourself out there. You got to get personal. Don't just put, you know, things up there that are impersonal. People are going to know that. If all you're doing is, you know, sharing like funny things, funny quotes, that's not really getting personal with people. They want to see what's going on in your life, and they want to see, again, what's real and raw. So you don't have to tell your deepest, darkest secrets, but, you know, if you're having a bad day, you can say it. That's all right. Be real about it. As far as timing, the best times to post are 7 a.m., around noon, and 7 p.m. 7 a.m., people are looking through, scrolling before work, maybe even in bed. Noon, they're scrolling at lunchtime. 7 p.m., they're scrolling after dinner. So typically, the rule of thumb is your 7 a.m. people, they're kind of catching up in the morning. They want a quick feel-good post. They don't want your sad, today's a bad day, this happened. That's not what they're looking for. They're just trying to start off to a good day. Noon, people are scrolling at lunch. So again, they want something quick that's easy to read. That's when you want to do your pictures, fun posts, your sentimental, more thought out. Those are your nighttime posts. People are ending their day. They're ready to relax. That's when they're going to read those, and that's where you're going to get the most response. And again, this doesn't always hold true, but it's just kind of a consistent pattern you'll see. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. I know we've all heard this expression. So what you're doing on Facebook, those are the people you're going to attract. Are you funny? Are you serious? You know, are you someone doing like Try It Tuesdays? Anything like that? Are you being funny about them? Whatever you're doing, that's typically the type of people you're going to attract. So think about it, you know, before you post of who do you want to attract? Because those are the types of posts when you're looking at your 5 pillars that you want to do. If you are a mom and you want to attract other, you know, let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, you want to attract other stay-at-home moms, then yeah, make posts about what it's like to be a stay-at-home mom. You're a runner and you want to connect with other people who run, do that. Are you funny about it? Are you serious about it? You know, I mean, all those things take in consideration on your posts. Be consistent when you post. Do it often. You know, if you say you're going to do something, do it. So be consistent. And, you know, something else that's kind of cool is you can kind of choose who comes into your newsfeed. I just learned this on, I can't even remember where, one of our trainings, I think. So, you know, what happens is Facebook tends to bring in the people that you are the most interactive with. Well, who am I the most interactive with? Color Street people. Because of all the different groups I'm in, they're all filled with Color Street people. Those are the people that are pulling up in my newsfeed all the time, which are great. I love my Color Street family, but I also need to get out there to my social life, right? To get them attracted to the nails. So what you can do, a couple things you can do, if you look over on the left and you go to your friends list, you can do a little add, and you click on friends list, you can do add close friends, and you can click on that group and add them in there. And that way you could just go into that group and see those people. And that way, like if you have close friends that you know are buying the nails, or you're trying to, build that relationship with, put them in that group and you can go right to it. Another thing you can do is up in the top corner of Facebook, there's a little like downward triangle. If you click on that and go to newsfeed preferences, you can add the people that you want to see first. So some of those people, if all of a sudden you realize, wow, I really haven't seen, my high school friends lately. I wonder where they have been. Well, again, if you're seeing all Color Street people in your feed, it's because that's who we're tending to comment on their posts. You got to go find these people back out. You can add them to your newsfeed preferences, but then get in there. Go search them out. Go start making comments. Once you build that conversation again, they'll start popping up in your newsfeed. Sometimes I realize, gosh, I haven't seen what so-and-so has done in so long, and I realize they're not showing up in my newsfeed, so you kind of forget. So every once in a while, just go in, search out people you haven't connected with in a while, comment in their posts, and that way you can bring them back into your smaller circle again, closer to you. Facebook has all of these algorithms. We make a post and we think, oh my gosh, I'm so worried so many people will see it. The percentage is so low of who actually sees your posts. So you want to get out there to more people. A very small percentage of friends can see it. So the more questions you ask, the more engaging you are, hopefully that is going to send it out to more people. Because the more people that see it, of course, the better off you are as trying to work your business. Okay, so some things about photos, some do's on photos. You want to put a nice profile picture on there. I personally like to hold the camera high. I feel like it gives me that elongated neck look. So now someone told me once if you stretch your neck and then take your picture, it gives you that look. I don't know if that's true. Don't always do filters. I think most filters are only available through Instagram, but don't give this filter to yourself every time you post. People want to see the real you. Some of my pictures, I look good. Other of my pictures, I look terrible, and it is what it is. I'm probably not going to let people see me the worst of my worst, but I'm going to let them see what's real. Think about your lighting, like a ring light. I even have a little ring light that I can hook right on the top of my phone, and it just gives that extra light. That extra light on you makes such a difference. Stand by a window to take your selfies or your pictures. All those little things make the picture so much better. Depending what you're doing, you could try to get a cleaner background if you're just trying to do like a headshot of yourself. So think about those things when you're doing pictures and you're posting the different ones. Like I said before, go out there. If you're having a good hair day, just keep changing your clothes and go around your house and take some different pictures. And hey, no one's going to know you did it in one day. They may think you did it over the course of 4 weeks if you're posting them once a week. And that's okay. All right. So there was, I was thinking there was one other thing in my do's that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I can't think of it. Something else with social media, I think this was it, would be trying to build that circle. We talked a little bit about, getting in that circle and keeping up with people. Try reaching out to different people, like I said, even 5 new people. So if you're in a group, reach out to maybe 5 people within that group to start new relationships going. If you're at a nail bar, ask them, friend them on Facebook so you can start building that rapport and that relationship. You're constantly wanting to add people into your social media life so you can keep that circle getting bigger and bigger. All right. So now let's talk about some don'ts. We talked about all sorts of do's. As I said earlier, I've mentioned some of them. Don't just talk about Color Street. Do not offer specials on your personal page. We are not allowed to discount anything Color Street on our personal page. You can offer that in your VIP group only. No personal page, no business page. And that's to keep kind of a clean playing field for everybody. It keeps it even. If I'm up there offering, 10 strips for $1, well, sure, I'm going to get a lot of people, but that's not very fair in my position to the new stylist who starts, and I have all these nails I got as hostess credit to be discounting them that much. So Color Street's just kept trying to kind of keep it on a fair playing field that way. So discounts on our stuff can only be offered in your personal page or your personal VIP group. or like nail bars, anything that's a closed group. Don't talk about, watch your posts. Don't be out there, saying negative political things, religious, or any topic that could be controversial that you're going to get a rise out of people. Right now you are trying to appeal to a big, large audience. Again, your vibe attracts your tribe. If you're out there attacking all these controversial things, you're going to lose. If it's a politic thing, you could lose 50% of your audience. If it's, I don't even know. If it's any other type of controversial topic, you could very well lose half your audience. So why lose half? Just keep your opinions to yourself on that. It doesn't need to go out there and go public like that. So my advice is, I don't talk about anything like that could be controversial. I talk about religion and people for sure know that I'm Christian. I talk about, my church or different things, but I'm not out there slamming other religions or putting other religions down, or putting people down if they don't have my same beliefs. I talk about my own religion and my beliefs in it. Don't friend people and just talk about Color Street. Don't go into a group and friend all these people and start spamming them with just Color Street stuff. Talk to them again, build that relationship before doing that. When you're making your posts, anytime you put words like for sale, buy 3, get 1 free, any word that could be dealing with a business and selling, Facebook will automatically not put it out to as many people. So don't put those words up in your actual post. Put those words like down in the comments so you can get it out to more people. Again, it's all about these algorithms. Buy, sell, trade, all those keywords. Fewer people are going to see it because they want to see relationships. All right. So I hope this helps, give you guys some guidelines. So just think about it. Be smart, be savvy, be personal, be yourself. So I challenge you this week, if you have not already, to go out there and come up with your 5 pillars. What are your 5 pillars? What 5 things do you talk about? And start scheduling posts if you don't, but see if you can hold true to those different things. Go out there and start friending 5 new people. Go out there and find people you haven't heard from in a while. Go in there and start commenting on their comments and carrying on conversations with them. I challenge you to work on those things this week and see if you notice a difference in your social media life. Okay? Hope that helps, and everybody have a great day.